Hi, my name's Eric. I'm the CEO of the Honest Water Filter Company, also its founder. I want to say hello and welcome to the Honest Water Talk. In this talk, we're going to be talking about quite a few things. One, why honest water? And two, why honest water equipment? And three, why should we add on water filtration to our plumbing calls? I think this is an absolute no-brainer, and we're going to explain the ins and outs and the whys from a very, let's say, financial perspective. So I want you to know we're filming this from my office today. So you may hear a little bit of background noise and challenges going on. It's a very active facility, but we don't want that to distract you, and just wanted you to make sure you understood where we are. We're not in a professional studio. We're here going to talk about water treatment honestly. So let's get started. Why water treatment? Well, we want water treatment because most of the damage done to homes, plumbing systems, is caused by water. We have a saying, water broke it. And what's happening in our industry, which is quite alarming to me, is that we're not talking about water filtration to our consumers. We're leaving that to the water treatment so-called experts, which is absolutely crazy to me because you're already in the house. So all we want to do here at Honest Water is talk to you about how do we do that? What are the important things we need to do just to talk about it? But before we can do that, we need to understand why your technicians, your middle management, and quite frankly, you, the owner of the plumbing company, do not think seriously about adding on water filtration to your protocols. Here's the thing. Water breaks everything. That's a fact. It's a part of our plumbing tradition to actually fix broken plumbing. One of the traditions we don't have is dealing with the cause. If we dealt with the cause, well, our profits and bottom line would be exponential. And secondly, the consumer would benefit greatly because water filtration not only fixes the plumbing, but it has an absolute health effect on the American population as well. You see, the municipalities who deliver the water that we need to fix are doing the best they can with the dollars they're given. That's a fact. But at the end of the day, there's either chloramines or chlorine in the water. Both components are disinfectants utilized to kill virus, bacteria, and cysts. These components are very dangerous to the American public, and the reality is water filtration industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry to help fix that water. And our industry, and quite frankly, my industry as well, has missed the line on that. The reality is that there are over 6,500 water treatment experts out there, so-called. What they really are is professional salespeople. But they're outselling the plumbing contractor 10 to 1. And we have over 500,000 soldiers out there to sell water treatment, and yet you aren't utilizing the staff you have to increase your bottom lines when it comes to plumbing. You know, the biggest complaint we get is that, oh, we don't have enough calls. Oh, or I have too many calls. Oh, my technicians don't know what they're doing. Oh, I don't understand this, I don't understand that. Frustrating to me, because that means and tells me a big story about you. And what I want to do is unwind all that for you. My goal here at Honest Water is to help you grow your bottom line. My second priority is to make sure that the American public gets the best possible products available to them at any given time. So the reality is that here at Honest Water, all of our products are certified by NSF. Now, what does that mean? National Sanitation Foundation is a third-party certifier, which everybody uses, every manufacturer actually uses an NF standard. We could talk about the standards, and if you go to our website, you will see a great video on NSF and the standards. What we want to tell you is that it's important to us that to be able to protect our brand, which protects your brand, is certified for performance, which means this. We tell you what it does. We don't make you guess what it does. We've certified on our online, on our NS tag at the top, you can go look at our certifications. The reality is we protect you while protecting the consumer. And that, folks, is really, really important. So that's number one. Number two, we have the highest standards available. For instance, our titanium, which is our under sink. That's your introduction. Good, better, best. Our good is our titanium. 3 gallons per minute, removes chlorine, and lasts 55,000 gallons. You hook it straight from the angle stop to the filter to the faucet. No longer do you need this hard to deal with glass filler on the side. No need to drill countertops. Comes right out of the cold side of the faucet. That's our good. Our better would be our Silver P, which simply is a whole house filtration system which reduces down to 5 micron and removes chlorine. It's an amazing product, good for almost 530,000 gallons of chemical reduction. Let me be clear on that. That means it's going to work as long as there's no heavy particulates in it. We're going to be able to last at least 2 to 3 years max before our change out. But let's be very honest, because we are. Depending on your municipality and how dirty that water is, you can expect to have to change our cartridges every 18 months to 24 months. And that's a fact. The good news is we give you an unconditional 1-year warranty on all of our new products. So once you put them in, there's really no risk. If they should happen to clog, we'll replace it free of charge. Now that's our better system. Our best system is our Diamond Silver P. Now that removes particulates, physical things in water, down to 0.015 of a micron. You're probably asking, well, what does that mean? Well, that's our physical filter. That means it's going to remove virus, bacteria, and cyst, and a myriad of other things that are large in particulate matter. What that does is it protects our silver, which is considered our carbon block systems. We give a 5-year unconditional warranty on that because here's why. When we have that carbon to remove chemistry like we do on our Silver Ps, as I said earlier, that carbon block will actually last 5 years because you need to understand this. What makes carbon go bad is physical things in water, not the chemistry. Our exposure in chemistry is an amazing thing. We can absorb so much of it, provided we don't have a lot of particulate matter on the membrane. That's what the Diamond does. It keeps it at bay. It removes it from it. It's the least amount water using product on the market today. It takes about 3 gallons to clean it daily. So once every 24 hours on municipally treated water, we backwash our Diamond system to remove particulate matter that got clogged in there. And you all know municipal water is quite dirty. So that's a fact. And by doing that, we're giving our consumers clean, clarified, purified water. Here's the upside to the Diamond, why we're so heavy on promoting it. Is let's say you have a boiled water alert in your community, which I know all of you have and have experienced. Every 18 seconds, somewhere in the United States, there's a full water main break. That's bad because all that dirt and contaminant is in the street and gutters and it's getting back into municipal water. Nothing we can do, it's beyond the treatment plant. But if you have our Diamond Silver, no worry, no panic, you're covered. Because here's the reality. After that main break, it's a high probability the public has already consumed that water. It takes at least 24 to 48 hours before our municipalities actually tell you, you should probably boil our water. We had a problem. The reason they do that is there's a self-regulating industry. It doesn't behoove them to let you know earlier because of cost. Now, cost is a big thing in America because all the expenses are going to drive straight to you as a consumer. By raising your water by 1 penny per acre foot is an amazing amount of money when you think about it. So at the end of the day, the Diamond Silver is your best protection, bar none, than any other product on the market with the exception of one, and that's a whole house RO system. You've all have heard of RO. Normally that's just under the sink, which we call a point of use system. Now that point of use system's great, but there's a lot of challenges with that too. Here's what you need to know about an under sink RO. Number one cause of water filter damage in a home, because they're very sensitive. They do break quite often, and the insurance companies just don't like them. So there is that component of it. As far as its effect and how it works, probably the best it can be. I'm not a super fan emotionally and physically simply because of the losses that has occurred, and I deal with that as a plumbing contractor. And it's hard to watch you as a consumer go through that agony. So that's why I'm not a huge fan of it. I stick to just the carbon cartridge filters, which is, in this case, would be our titanium. Now, on a whole house application, RO system is absolutely needed. In some conditions, it's because you have a well, and working with the well chemistry, which remind you plumbers, that consumer becomes their own municipality, which means anytime there's a well, you have to let them know you're responsible for the quality of water coming out. We are not. We're only here to help you maintain your equipment and help solve your chemistry issues. You shouldn't be held accountable for all the challenges that a well can propose to you. The reality is a well needs maintenance, and make sure that you have them on a maintenance program to make sure that the equipment they're using today is still good for the conditions of water they had yesterday. So be sure you also inform them that the raw water should be tested at a minimum annually. And I want to be clear here, there is a lot of low-cost options out there today. None of them are any good. I'm just going to tell you, they all suck. And the reality they suck is because they're not certified, they make claims that are egregious, they leave it up to you to decide whether it has value or not, and you have no way of knowing because you're not the expert. You did not spend the $5 million to make sure that the product works, like here at Honest Water did. We wanted to make sure that these things work. Now you can certainly choose these egregious options and sell them and make a profit. The reality is those low-cost options don't help you at the end of the day, because when you go back for a service call on those, they cost you money, which takes away from your bottom line. Here at Honest Water, if you're going in after a year, you're making revenue. It's a cartridge. It does need replacement. All we're asking is you allow Honest Water and its staff into your facility to teach you more about how to offer our products that make customers comfortable. And that's what we really want, to understand the realities and what it really takes to offer water treatment and what water treatment really means to the consumer, because there is not a system out there today that lasts 10 years. At some point, carbon's going to need to be replaced. And I want to tell you, we know of hundreds of brands that claim that 10-year warranty. I'm going to highly recommend take 20 minutes out of your day if you're choosing a low-cost option and read their warranty. Really read it. Because the reality is that 10-year warranty is really only for the tank and not the media inside. So we want you to know that. We wanted to start educating you on your choices. But here at Honest Water, we certainly would love nothing more than help educate you with the best products on the market today. So if you would give Honest Water a chance, we really appreciate it. Now, I know you're probably going to have a lot of questions, and we want you to know to get your questions to us, you just go into info@honestwaterfilter.com and type in your questions and your information, and we'll be more than happy to get back to you with any of the answers we can come up with. Now, I want you to know if there is not a good answer, we're just going to tell you it's not a good answer. But we're also going to tell you, hey, look, this is what it's going to take. And if you have more questions, feel free to engage us. We'll give you a phone number. We can have a conversation. Anyway, it's been a great honor talking to you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're a little bit more educated and want to move forward with more information. Please contact us again at info@honestwaterfilter.com. Thank you and have a great day.